Hi, I'm James Lee Jobe, and this is the weekly poetry reading I do as part of my gig as the Poet Laureate of the city of Davis, California. Uh, Quite often, with these weekly readings, I reach for diversity, and that's an important thing to do. But this time, I want to do poems of place. This place where I live, Davis, the Putah Creek watershed, the Sacramento Valley, which is the Sacramento River watershed. And so I'm going to be reading my own poems and prose poems. And these are, in a way, place has always been kind of a focus of my work. But the last couple of years, I've been narrowing it down to shorter pieces, prose poems that are short and to the point, clear images, nothing obscure, no obscurity. And so I'm going to read you a group of these. Okay? So let's get started. Some things I need. Leaves that return in the spring. Sunlight, moonlight, an evening breeze, a friend, my wife. The valley sees me here and reaches up to me through thick soil. Hand in hand we walk. Time moves easy. Life is good. Morning fog, cold air, then sunny later with weak clouds. The Sacramento Valley wakes up like an old man. The bed is warm. He doesn't want to get up, but groaning, he does. I'm visiting Putah Creek, where I set some of my son's ashes adrift, when the beautiful cry of a pheasant rips through the air, cutting me like a fresh sorrow. Every new day is another year of suffering. A foolish man in a valley with two rather long seasons and two very short ones. In January, I miss the dry warmth of summer, and in August, I dream of the wet smell of the winter fields. And the Sacramento Valley itself, it lives in the moment. A Dharma lesson for me from the climate. The crow makes a grab at the running mouse, but too late he makes it into the underbrush and is long gone. The food chain can be random. The wind is rather cold, but the sun is bright. A winter afternoon down by Putah Creek. Putah Creek, summer, daybreak, the creek always moving, slides by at the very place where night and morning cross paths, and then goes on past on its way to heaven. The Sacramento Valley wind speaks, Putah Creek whispers, and the fields and farmlands listen intently. Oh, dear sister, dear brother, will you not walk on and on through this valley? In 62 years, maybe I should update this one as I read. In 63 years, this body has become worn, lumps and bumps and bald spots, aches, places that hurt and I'm not sure why. Other things have changed with age too. I spend more time thinking about the sun and the moon, the trees, the watersheds. Much less thought goes to the curve of a shapely thigh. There is a beauty that comes with age. Perhaps you, dear reader, are still too young to see it. It's the beauty of a tall pine bending in the south wind. The loveliness of a delta breeze on a hot day cooling the entire valley with its sweet breath. Yes, it's true, I have a game knee and my feet hurt a lot, even in the best shoes. But when I stand in Putah Creek, I know where the water came from, and I know where the water's going. An old turtle sits on a log, very still, and I get to put him in a poem. Lovely. Tule fog is a winter phenomenon in the valley, where the damp, cool earth and the warm air above sort of meet and create this phenomenon. At least I think that's the way it works. But it happens in the winter. Winter sunrise. Tule fog drapes the Sacramento Valley. Slowly, slowly, life begins for the day. The garbage truck creeps down the damp street, easing through the fog. A neighbor goes out in his bathrobe for the newspaper. Crows talk to each other from the barren branches of trees. A glimmer of quiet light illuminates a corner of the foggy sky, showing this world where the sun will finally burn through. The people jogging or walking in the park do not speak. Far away there is a hard war with no end in sight, and the sons and daughters of this valley die there. What is life without poetry? It is nothing. Nothing. Well, that's a poet's point of view anyway. No, I'm not growing taller. I'm just getting closer as I walk. Soon we'll be together again, face to face. But friend, that's just my body. My ghost is sitting down by Putah Creek, dangling his ghost feet in the cold green water. My, such a long winter. I go to sleep early and wake after midnight, wanting the feel of fresh air. Outside, clouds cover the moon like a child that is hiding a precious toy. Standing there, I consider my life. Have I done anything that was worth doing? I know who I am, but does anyone else know me? An owl nearby seems to agree, asking me, "Who?" "James," I answer, and turn to go inside. Can a creek be a friend to a human? This creek feels like a friend to me. Putah Creek. See how the raindrops tickle her watery skin? A sacred thing, that. The rain that brings life to the creek, and the creek brings life to this part of the valley. The sacred in me recognizes the sacred in you, old friend. One by one, the campfires light up across the valley floor, humans on the face of the world. Here in the Sacramento Valley, a bat can eat 10 insects in 1 minute. Mexican free-tail bats, red bats, millions of them. And on those campfires, some kind of game, rabbit on a spit, mule deer, the power of the tribe, the food chain at night. A stormy week here in the Sacramento Valley. Rain, on and off, on and off. Above, in the high passes of the Sierra Nevada, deep drifts of snow. Bears are sleeping. Down here, rain on the roof, no finches, no crows, no owls. And like them all, I'm also laying low. It's been days since I even went outside. James says it doesn't matter where you are. It's what you do that counts. Thank you, everyone. I hope you'll join me again next week, and we will do this again. I don't know yet whose poetry I will read, but barring death, I will read someone. Take care. Be safe.